Great atmosphere here. It's always tough to play here. I have an amazing crowd, but outside, how good they are. We know how good they are, so I think it's going to be a really fun matchup.
How did a single play by the Dallas Mavericks leave the Minnesota Timberwolves completely baffled? As the game reached its climax, a crucial Mavericks play not only shifted the momentum, but also exposed a critical flaw in the Timberwolves' defensive strategy. But what made this play so effective? Well, the Mavericks pulled off an amazing comeback to shock the Timberwolves with a 109-108 victory. Luka Doncic grabbed a triple-double and sank the game-winning three-pointer, putting Dallas in a great position with a 2-0 lead in the Western Conference Finals. The game started with the Timberwolves taking a strong lead, but Dallas slowly chipped away at it throughout the second half. In a thrilling finish, Luka Doncic nailed a step-back three-pointer to seal the win. Doncic was on fire right from the start, dominating the first quarter. As the game progressed, Kyrie Irving stepped up big time, providing a surge of energy at the start of the final period. Together, Doncic and Irving led a crucial 6-0 run that ultimately secured the victory for Dallas. The Timberwolves initially seemed to have the game in hand, mirroring Dallas' strategy from Game 1 by assisting on most of their early baskets. Anthony Edwards had a strong performance, contributing 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Mike Conley added 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, while Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert chipped in with 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 16 points, 10 rebounds respectively. Despite their impressive start, the Timberwolves couldn't maintain their lead as the Mavericks finished strong. So, what went wrong for Minnesota? Offensive consistency was a major issue, especially from Jaden McDaniels, who couldn't find his rhythm. This lack of offensive firepower in crucial moments allowed the Mavericks to stage their incredible comeback. Now, with about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Rudy Gobert hits a free throw to give Minnesota a 1-point lead, while Anthony Edwards takes a brief rest on the bench. The Mavericks then scored their 10th dunk of the game, showing off their aggressive play style. At this point, Dallas really started to exploit a specific play. The staggered screen pick and roll. Gobert, who was initially in a drop coverage, had to step out, allowing Irving to drive past him. With no help from behind, the Wolves' defense was stretched thin. It was a crucial moment. Could Minnesota adapt in time? The game had been heavily focused on how the Timberwolves were using drop coverage. This means Gobert would stay back to protect the rim, leaving space for players like Doncic to make plays. But as Doncic went under the screen, Anderson missed a floater, showing that Minnesota's defensive strategy was struggling. But one question remained. Will the Wolves find a way to stop Doncic's clever maneuvers? As the game progressed, we saw some great defensive plays from Naz Reid, who stepped up to challenge Kyrie's pick, but his defense wasn't enough to stop a perfect pass and finish by Dallas. Reid's quick recovery was impressive, but the Timberwolves struggled to contain the Mavericks' scoring. Later, the Wolves tried to run the same staggered screenplay with Mike Conley, which led to another three-pointer from Naz Reid. He was making his shots count, hitting 7 out of 8 three-point attempts. However, PJ Washington left Reid open to help on a roll, and Conley made a great read to assist Reid's open shot. This play showed Minnesota's offensive versatility, but could they keep up with Dallas? In a key adjustment, Anderson guarded Doncic in the fourth quarter, while Jaden McDaniels stayed on the court. Doncic used his signature head fakes to trick the Timberwolves defenders, creating space for himself and his teammates. He manipulated defenders like Karl Anthony Towns and Gobert with his clever moves, leading to easy lobs for Dallas. Despite Chris Finch's frustration with his big men not sticking to their assignments, the Mavericks continued their high-flying performance. They managed 12 total dunks in the game, with 11 coming from Gafford and Derek Lively. In the final moments, Gafford made an incredible block and then scored a tough basket while falling down, bringing Dallas back into the lead. Luka Doncic was the star of the show, putting in an impressive performance with 32 points, 13 assists, and 10 rebounds in 41 minutes of play. He was a one-man powerhouse in the first half, but in the second half, he got some crucial help from his teammates. Kyrie Irving, who scored 20 points and made 6 assists, found his rhythm later in the game. Together, Doncic, Gafford, and Lively, the Mavericks' big three, combined for 40 points, 19 rebounds, and 7 blocks. Off the bench, Jaden Hardy and Josh Green contributed too, with Hardy scoring 8 points and Green adding 5 points and 2 steals. Despite Luka Doncic's impressive stats, he wasn't at his best due to some discomfort. The Timberwolves took full advantage of this, putting pressure on him and his teammates, which led to the Mavericks getting into foul trouble and giving up easy points from free throws. Can the Mavericks handle the pressure and turn things around? Doncic managed to get Karl Anthony Towns into foul trouble, bringing Nas Reid off the bench. Reid hit a crucial three-pointer, and with Anthony Edwards' shots not falling, he shifted to playmaker mod, setting up Rudy Gobert for a dunk, making it 21-17. Reid's second three-pointer stretches the Timberwolves' lead to 6. In the second quarter, the Timberwolves truly shined. Karl Anthony Towns dominated inside, while Mike Conley hit shots from the outside, quickly pushing their lead to 15 points. Luka Doncic, feeling the pressure, struggled at times. Anthony Edwards nailed a three-pointer that stretched the lead to 18, but Dallas wasn't ready to give up, cutting the shortage to 12 by halftime thanks to some strong performance from their big men. Can Doncic and the Mavericks rally back in the second half? The third quarter saw Doncic come alive, making a significant impact in trying to turn the game around. Even though the TNT analysts kept urging Edwards to take charge, he had a tough time matching Doncic's energy. Towns, who had been strong earlier, started to lose his effectiveness. Meanwhile, Dallas got a crucial boost from Jaden Grain and Jaden Hardy, who made key three-pointers, bringing the Mavericks within just 2 points. The crowd's anxiety grew as Dallas closed the gap. As the fourth quarter began, the Mavericks were still trailing by 7 points. Mavericks coach Jason Kidd explained the plan. The idea was to get Luka the ball and let him do his magic. He's proven he can handle these clutch moments. Kidd added that Doncic has built strong trust with his teammates, knowing he could rely on them to make a shot if necessary. We considered taking a two-pointer since we were only down by 2, but once Luka started maneuvering around Rudy Gobert, you could tell a step-back three was coming. Doncic delivered under pressure, sinking a go-ahead three-pointer with just 3.8 seconds remaining. This clutch shot helped the Mavericks clinch a 109-108 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves in Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals in Minneapolis. The Mavericks have taken a 2-0 lead in their best-of-7 series against the Timberwolves, with the next 2 games set to be played in Dallas. Game 3 was scheduled for Sunday. Can Dallas maintain their momentum at home, or will Minnesota find a way to bounce back? Nas Reid was a standout for the Timberwolves, coming off the bench to score 23 points. He was impressive, hitting 8 of his 13 shots and making 7 of 9 from three-point range. However, his chance to secure the win slipped away when he missed his last three-point attempt as time expired. Now, have you ever seen such a dramatic turn of events in the final seconds of a game? Despite their strong performance, the Timberwolves found themselves ahead 108-103 with just 1 minute 29 seconds left, but Dallas rallied for a comeback. Kyrie Irving hit a crucial three-pointer with just 1 minute 5 seconds remaining. In the final moments, Jaden McDaniels and Edwards both made turnovers, which gave Dallas the opportunity to capitalize. Luka Doncic made the game-winning shot to seal the victory. Isn't it incredible how small mistakes can completely change the outcome of a game? However, there was another strange officiating moment when the ball was ruled off McDaniels, but a foul was missed in the review. With 13 seconds remaining, the ball was in Doncic's hands. Gobert, who had been ineffective in coverage, faced Doncic in a switch. Doncic's step-back three was almost a given his clutch shooting. The Timberwolves' late attempt to steal the game with Edwards' three-pointer was blocked by Dallas's defense, and Reid's follow-up shot rimmed out. The Mavericks seal a dramatic win with their defensive adjustments and clutch play, moving closer to the NBA Finals. Jason Kidd's strategic decisions and Doncic's performance were key in securing the victory. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.